The story begins on a battlefield where two armies are fighting each other, and among them are some magicians who are attacking people with their powers. In the midst of this war, we hear the voice of our main protagonist. A few months ago, Rin and I were just high school students. Then we see a scene from a few moments earlier. Our main character, Taichi, is waiting for his friend Rin. After she arrives, they both start heading towards school. They're talking as they walk along. Suddenly, a leaf passes by Taichi's ear, calling his name. As soon as he turns around to look, a boy is rushing toward them at high speed, his full attention on his phone because he's listening to Dinchak Puja's songs. So Taichi quickly pulls Rin out of the way. Then we see a girl who has cast a very large magic spell here. Just like my dad told me, I cast the spell exactly like that. Then from behind, a guy comes and kills this girl's guard right there. Now this guy advances to kill the girl too. Actually, this girl was a princess, and the blood on this guy's knife falls onto the circle, after which the circle starts closing slowly. Then the girl's guard attacks this guy and tells the princess to run away from here, but the princess is screaming a lot and refuses to leave. Then we see Taichi and Rin. Taichi is now saying, "Are you okay? That idiot should focus on riding his bicycle. Otherwise, he'll keep knocking people over like this." Rin tells Taichi, "Look what's forming below you." And a magic circle is forming under Taichi, and as he moves forward, this circle is following him. Now Rin has also entered this circle. Taichi tells her to get out of it, but Rin doesn't listen to him, and suddenly they both teleport somewhere. As soon as Taichi's eyes open, he notices that they've come to another world, and he runs to Rin, picks her up and says, "Thank goodness you're okay." Hearing this, Rin starts blushing a little, and Taichi also finds this a bit strange. After that, they're very surprised to see that they've come to a different place, and Rin says, "Let's find a house nearby because my mobile network isn't working either. We can go there and make a call." Taichi says, "Doesn't this seem completely strange to you? We were going to school, but suddenly we teleported here. This is just like a game." But Rin isn't ready to believe these things, and suddenly, a very dangerous monster-like horse appears in front of them. Seeing this, they both start running away from there. Then Rin falls down. Taichi now tells her, "Rin, can you run away from here?" And she asks, "Why are you saying that? I'm going to stop this monster here and you get out of here." But Rin refuses to leave. Now Taichi throws a stone at that horse and tells it to attack him. Just as the monster is about to attack him, another attack hits the monster. And this attack is done by a guy who seems like an adventurer. After that, he starts fighting this horse. Then an arrow hits this horse, and the guy who shot the arrow is saying, "Obsidian horses are really tough, and Matil's arrows work well on them." Now Taichi doesn't understand what these people are talking about, so this guy starts explaining to Taichi, "These horses are called obsidian horses because their horns are made of obsidian. And the area you're wandering in, such monsters are quite common here." Then a small girl arrives there who burns this horse here with her magic, and this girl's name is Magila, and she tells Regulta, "Go retrieve this horse's horns." Seeing all this, Taichi now realizes that he must have reincarnated in another world, and this world is just like a game. So he decides that he and Rin will find a way together to go back to their world. Now it's night, so all these people start having dinner. These people are asking Taichi, "You don't look like you're from this world, and your clothes are also very strange." But they're just talking like that. But Taichi and Rin don't give them any answers here. Magilla says, "Okay, you don't need to answer, but yes. The wagons that were heading to the city were attacked a while ago. And you guys were wandering around like this without any weapons. So you should be alert because it's very dangerous here. Buyelatin is telling that strange things are happening in the town and other places." And Taichi says, "Can you take us to the town?" And he agrees. Now Taichi has come to Rin, who was sitting alone. "Hey, what are you doing here? I think you're angry with me, but I don't know what you're angry about." Rin starts saying, "Don't ever do what you did today again. You could have been killed there." And Taichi realizes she's angry about the monster incident and apologizes to her. And she says, "Okay, promise me you won't leave me alone." "Okay, fine. No matter what happens now, I'll never leave you alone. No matter what trouble comes, we'll face it together." The next morning, all these people have reached Aspire Town, and those adventurers start telling them, "This town is very busy, and it's a very important part of the Elliston Magic Kingdom." Now these people have brought these two to the Adventurers Guild, They ask them, "Do you really want to become adventurers?" Taichi says, "We're new to this world, so we'll have to see what work we can do." And those people give them some money and leave. Now they've come inside. There are many adventurers and dwarves here. The receptionist here gives them a manual that has everything written about this place. But they're very shocked seeing that manual because the language written on it is very strange. But still, they can read it and talk to the people here. Then the receptionist comes to them with a magic circle. "Actually, I'm going to take your aptitude test to find out what powers you have." But hearing this, both of them look a bit worried. Now, as soon as Rin puts her hand on that crystal, she says, "I knew nothing would happen to me because I'm new to this world." Then strange lights start glowing in that crystal, and the receptionist is very shocked seeing this. "Who are you?" And she asks the same question to Taichi. Taichi says, "I don't know what you're talking about." And as soon as Taichi puts his hand on that crystal, the crystal breaks. The receptionist was very shocked seeing this. "Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back." Now she has brought the guildmaster, whose name is Girard, and he tells them, "We can't register you as adventurers right now." Rin says, "Does that mean we'll never be able to become adventurers?" Girard tells them, "Don't panic. You'll have to go with Mayur to become adventurers." Now Mayur has brought these two to a house, and as soon as she knocks on the door, seeing which Rin closes Taichi's eyes. "Don't look at anything here." A girl comes out from inside the house. Mayur tells her, "What clothes are you wearing?" And the girl says, "This is my house. I can wear whatever I want." And this girl's name is Lemia, and she's very shocked hearing that their powers broke the magic crystal. And now she gives them a magic measuring device. And this device will display their power here. And Taichi's power level that comes here is 0. Lemia tells both of them, "Now you two are my students and I'll train you." Then we see the kingdom scene, where a guy is saying, "Our leader has high expectations from you. So go find those people who have been summoned here from another world." And this guy has the same leaf in his hand that passed by Taichi's ear. Now Lemia tells Taichi, "Your magic capacity is 120,000 and your strength is 400. This is insane." Whereas Rin's magic capacity was 37,000, that is 37,000, and her strength was 5,000. Now Mayur starts telling, Lemia is at the top in Elistal Kingdom, and her magic capacity is 43,000, while her magic strength is 6,000. Rin and Taichi are very shocked hearing this because they thought maybe she's very powerful. So in which Lemia says, "No matter how much power you have, if you don't know how to use it, you can take your own life with it." Taichi says, "What if we learn to control it?" Lemia starts telling them, "You guys are above even S-rank adventurers, and you're much more powerful than royal mages, and you can destroy an entire nation in a snap." Hearing this, Taichi is very shocked, and if you have your own nation, you'll have a lot of money too. So you can have as many wives as you want. And saying this, she gets very close to Taichi. Then Rin closes Taichi's eyes. "Hey, you pervert, keep your eyes closed." Now the next morning, they're sitting relaxed having breakfast. Lemia says, "Come on, let's start. First, I'll tell you what magic is." But Mayur starts explaining all this. Magic is a kind of technique where spirits provide us power, and we call it magic. Lemia says there are 4 kinds of attributes here: fire, water, wind, and earth. And these attributes are used to cast magic. Lemia further explains, actually, mages don't choose what kind of attribute they'll use. It's all decided by the spirits what attribute the mage will use. Normally, a mage can use only one attribute, whom we call single magician. But in many rare cases, there are mages who can use more than one attribute. Like Mayuri, she has 2 attributes, fire and earth. But I'm a triple magician. I can use fire, earth, and wind. But Rin, you have special power, so you can use all 4 attributes. Hearing this, everyone is very shocked. Now Taichi also happily asks them, "Hey, tell me how many attributes I can use." But she says, "We don't know yours, because you're not a mage, but a sorcerer. Where magicians use magic, sorcerers use sorcery. Actually, mages take power from spirits to use magic. You can say they take power on rent, but a sorcerer doesn't do that. He directly uses the spirit, and for that, they have to make a bond with the spirit. And the power created from their bond is very high, which a mage can never handle." Further, Lemia says, "I can't tell you what your attribute is yet, but if you keep training continuously, one day you'll find out what your attribute is. Now in the next scene, their training has started. Lemia punches and knocks down the entire tree and tells Taichi, "You have to take your power in your hand and just punch it. And if you can't do that, your powers are of no use." But Taichi has tried this repeatedly and is very tired. Then suddenly he hears a voice wishing him good luck. And on the other side, Mayur is telling Rin about fire magic. "Come, I'll tell you how to make it. To perform any magic, you need a strong image of it in your mind. And to perform fire magic, you have to say fire." Now Rin is thinking in her mind and using what she learned in chemistry. She activates fire here. Mayur is very shocked seeing this. How did she do it so quickly? Rin makes an excuse and says, "You taught it very well. That's why I could do it, because you're a very good teacher." Now Mayur also starts praising her a lot. Rin says, "I want to try something more." And now she thinks of gas fire in her mind, and suddenly the flame becomes blue color here, which is very big. Seeing this, Mayur is very shocked and says in her mind, "We've never heard of this blue flame before." Now it's evening. Rin also comes to Taichi, but he hasn't been able to do anything here yet. So Rin starts motivating him. "Don't lose hope. I know you can do very well." Now Taichi starts focusing again, and suddenly he hears a voice which is of a small girl. "Taichi, you have a lot of power. You just need to manifest it, and it's in the center of your body, and I'll meet you soon." Now as soon as Taichi looks at his hand is glowing here. Rin is very happy seeing this, that Taichi is able to use his power. But he was a bit confused and asks Rin, "Hey, did you hear a girl's voice here?" Rin denies it. Taichi starts telling, "Actually, I heard a small girl's voice and she helped me do all this." But Rin says, "Taichi, is she a ghost or something?" Now it's night and they're having dinner. Meanwhile, Taichi is eating like a glutton. Rin tells him to eat slowly. But Lemia says, "Using more power reduces energy in our body, so let him eat." Then we see Mayura, who is very worried in the middle of the night, and she has come to Lemia. "Lemia, did you see these people are very powerful, and they manifested their power in just one day. Lemia, are you hiding something from me?" Lemia says, "I feel like something dangerous is going to happen here. So we have to train both of them not in 1 month but in 3 weeks. Yes, in 3 weeks we have to train them completely." Then we see the kingdom scene, where the princess is sitting in front of the goddess praying to her. "Please protect those who have come from the new world and give them your blessings." Then we see the scene 3 weeks later. Taichi has completed his training. Now there's a very dangerous wolf monster in front of him. So Taichi uses 10% of his power and punches it hard. After that, he kills this monster here with his dagger too. Then we see Rin, who is fighting a rabbit monster, and she's much stronger than before. Now Taichi has also come to her. Rin asks him, "Hey, how was it?" Taichi tells her, "Hey, I killed 3 wolf monsters. Look," and from afar Lemia and Mayur are also watching them. Mayur is praising Rin a lot. Mia says, "This is the first time I've seen you praising someone." Mayur says Rin is very powerful. She learned to use her magic in the first try, and also created a new magic. Then these girls suddenly get shocked. We see that Obsidian Horse has appeared in front of Taichi and Rin, but Lemia tells Mayur to stay chill. But Rin and Taichi say, "This time we won't lose to it," and they defeat that horse. Now at night they're partying for their graduation. Lemia says, "Eat as much as you want today, because after today you won't get food from my hands." On Taichi's asking, Mayure says, "Because your graduation is complete. So now you're being sent to Aspire Kingdom as adventurers." And Lemia says, "I know you two are lost ones," meaning you two have come from another world. Hearing this, Taichi says, "But how did you know?" Mayur now starts telling, "Summoning magic is very rare, and very few sorcerers can do it, and those sorcerers are the ones who can control space-time. Only they can do summoning magic." Taichi says, "This is good for us. We can easily find that person and ask why he summoned us here. And once the work is done, we can go back to our world." Now when Taichi is sleeping, he looks at his hand and thinks, "Am I really so powerful that I can destroy a nation?" Then he hears a voice, "We're going to meet soon. Keep moving forward like this." Then we see Taichi again hearing that voice. Taichi asks, "Who are you? Why do I keep hearing this voice?" "Don't think too much. We're going to meet soon." And then Taichi's eyes open. He realizes he was dreaming this. 2 weeks have passed since Taichi came to Aspire Town, and he has also registered himself in the Adventurers Guild. And now he does small E-rank missions. Then we see Rin, who is reading a book in which it's written that more than half of the population there uses magic. Then Taichi also arrives there. "Oh, madam, there are no exams or anything in this world. So why are you reading books and all?" Rin says, "We're new to this world, so we should have some information about here." Now the girl working in this restaurant has brought something to eat for these people. Along with it, she has a letter which has come from the guild for both of them. Then in the next scene, we see both of them in front of the guild master, where the receptionist gives them a request list which has some quests, and it's written that they have to investigate a bar once. In return, they'll get a good reward. But if they bring extra in, they'll get a lot of things in return too. But they have to investigate a bar. They found out that some slums are stealing goods from there. The guildmaster says, "We've heard that some people are stealing goods from there. You have to go and check that. And there are slums there. Some people come about them who are doing this work. So go investigate those people." Rin sees that this mission is D rank, and after completing it, they'll get 7 silver coins and some extra rewards too. But before also, some parties tried to complete this mission but they failed. Rin asks the guildmaster, "Why did you give this mission to us when people have already failed in it?" The guildmaster says, "You're new here and no one knows you. And anyway, your power is very dangerous, so you can do this mission. And if you pass it, I'll promote you to D rank." Now they take their mission and start going toward that bar. And on the way, they stop to buy some fruits. But they find out that the price of these fruits has increased a lot from before. The shopkeeper tells them, "I've heard that many monsters are attacking all things and looting everything. That's why the price of all things has increased a lot. Now these people have bought the fruits and sit at one place and start eating them." Taichi says, "The quest we got and monsters attacking the goods train. Both seem linked to each other. Meanwhile, we see that some guy is keeping an eye on them. Now at night, they've come to the bar and they've come with a business proposal. Taichi goes to the bartender and says, 'The goods that aren't reaching here, we can provide them to you.' But the bartender says, 'I don't know what you're talking about.' Taichi tells him, 'You know how much shortage of items there is here, and because of that, their prices have increased a lot, and we've come here for business. We'll buy things from here and sell them in the black market, which will give us double profit.' The bartender says, 'This work is not for kids like you, so go away from here.' But then Rin puts a pouch full of coins here. Seeing this, everyone's eyes widen. 'This work is not for kids like you. Go away from here.' And those people attack Taichi and Rin. But both of them together easily defeat these people. And the bartender still doesn't agree. Now Taichi asks those people, 'Tell me who is telling you to do this.' These people say, 'We don't know his name because we were very drunk, and all the goods that are disappearing, they're selling them to him.' Taichi asks, 'Tell me where those people are.' They all meet at the town entrance and please don't kill us. We're telling the truth. The bartender tells Rin and Taichi, 'These people are right, and come on, get out of here now.' Now Rin and Taichi have come outside. Then suddenly he notices that someone is following them, and there are 3 assassins. Taichi notices these people are very fast and they've come to kill them. Taichi tells Rin, 'If these people have come to kill us, they must have some information.' Now Taichi uses his magic and one assassin crashes into the wall. Then one assassin throws a smoke bomb here and takes the opportunity to escape. But Rin and Taichi have caught one assassin. Now in the next scene, the guildmaster sees him and says, 'I'm surprised how you're still alive.' If an assassin fails in his mission, either his companion kills him or he kills himself. But you don't need to worry. You're safe here. You've been brought here secretly, so none of your companions can kill you now." Now Rin and Taichi have got the money for their quest, and they're very happy. Then we see that Mayur has also come to meet them, and she talks to them. As you must have seen, many things are disappearing in the town, and there must be someone's hand behind it. But I've also found out that someone attacked you, so I feel like these 2 things are linked to each other. Taichi says, "Yes, you're right. The fruits that were available 3 for 1 coin earlier, now only 1 is available for 1 coin. Mayur now asks them to make a party with her, so that she can investigate this case. Now Mayur has brought them to a place, and here are farmers who have been given the job to protect Marilla fruits. And there is another adventurer whose name is Kasim, and he has also been given the same job. After which these people go to see the place where they have to patrol. Then Rin senses that some monsters are coming toward them, and an orc monster has arrived here with his companions. Now Taichi tells Mayur, "Go handle these small monsters and I'll handle the big one." But Mayur goes and starts attacking those monsters and easily defeats them. That big monster was underestimating Taichi a lot. Taichi uses his physical enhancement and keeps his level at 30 or 35. After that, as soon as he attacks this monster, he kills it in one blow. Then we see the night scene. A girl is standing near these monsters' corpses collecting their blood and making some power from it. And she says, "All the adventurers who have come here just need to wait a little, and then I'll kill all of them." Then we see that assassin again who is thinking, "The boy who caught me was really much stronger than me. If he wanted, he could have killed me right there. I don't know why he didn't do that." Then we see Taichi and his team who are patrolling Malina fruits. Then Mayur notices that there are footprints here. When these people go ahead and see there's a campfire here, the farmer sees it and says, "They must have stayed here at night, and it's still a bit warm, so they haven't gone far." Rin uses her power and senses that there are 3 thieves here. Now these people run ahead and find those thieves. Taichi sees this and says, "The mage who must be protecting them is probably not here right now." These thieves take out their weapons, seeing them. They were about to attack them. Taichi says, "We're adventurers, and if you think of doing any trick, we won't spare you." After that, we see these people have surrendered themselves. These thieves are cursing that mage who was protecting them. After that, the farmer catches them and takes them away. Now Qasim thanks Taichi and his team for their help. When Taichi shakes hands with him, it feels very strange to him. He tells Qasim, "By the way, you grow these fruits here. Your hands should be a bit hard, but these are very soft." And Mayur says, "You know about ogres and orcs, and you're not even an adventurer. Still, you know about them." Now Taichi suspects him. "Tell me, who are you?" Qasim gives an evil smile and says, "Oh, so you found out about me. By the way, I was the one who sent these monsters here. But I was the one who filed the report in the Adventurers Guild about the fruits being stolen." Mayur asks, "Why did you do that?" Qasim says, "Because I wanted to bring you people here, but I wanted to see how powerful you are. But really, you're very powerful." Then a girl arrives here. "Qasim, you talk too much. Keep a rein on your tongue. By the way, I also used my magic so that you people couldn't sense me. Now everyone is ready to fight here." This girl, whose name is Grammy, says, "I'll fight Rin and Mayur." And Qasim says, "Okay then, I'll fight Tai." Now their fight has started here. Mayur tells Grammy, "When you hid yourself, you could have attacked us then too. So why didn't you do that?" The girl says, "By the way, I enjoy hand-to-hand combat more. Attacking while hiding is the work of cowards." Rin attacks her with her fire magic, but this girl stops it with her wind magic. Rin thinks, until Mayur recharges her physical enhancement power, "I have to keep this girl stopped here." She was attacking her a lot, but Grammy is avoiding all her attacks. Then Rin mixes her earth and water magic and attacks together. Grammy is very shocked seeing this, that this girl can use 2 attributes together. Meanwhile, we see Taichi and Qasim. Taichi tells Qasim, "Are you going to fight with your hands like this?" Qasim says, "Yes, by the way, I can use my magic." And he opens a portal and takes out the frost elemental. Taichi tells him, "By the way, you're taking me lightly, you're going to get beaten a lot." But he uses his physical enhancement and attacks this elemental, but it passes through it. Qasim says it doesn't have its own body, so you can't attack it. But yes, it can attack others and they'll get damaged too. I saw you defeated that ogre in one punch, but you won't last in front of this. Meanwhile, Rin is fighting Grammy, but it has no effect on her. Mayur also uses her physical enhancement and attacks her, but Grammy punches her, which makes her fall far away, and Taichi attacks it using his dagger. It gets a bit damaged, but it heals again. Qasim tells him, "By the way, your friend uses fire element so she could fight it very well. But you guys are fools." Taichi also asks, "What do you people want after all?" And he says, "By the way, it's time to go to the next stage." And he takes out something and feeds it to this elemental, which converts it to red color, and as soon as it attacks Taichi, he falls far away and blood starts coming from his mouth. Seeing this, Qasim says, "It seems your physical enhancement won't last in front of this red elemental." Taichi tells him, "What do you want after all? Are you going to kill me?" Qasim says, "No, I'm not going to do that. You people are very important to me. And yes, your friends who are fighting there, I'll keep them as hostages. And by the way, I need your powers. And if you don't listen to me, I'll send your friends to a place where anything can happen to them. Meanwhile, we see the girls. Grammy was overpowering them a lot. After that, both of them stand up again. Grammy's laughing a lot seeing them. How much will you get beaten? You haven't had enough yet. Rin creates a spell shot and attacks her. Grammy avoids it. But Mayur comes then and gives her a strong kick. And then Rin is attacking her in different ways. And this makes Grammy weak too. Oh, so this was your plan. By the way, I'll enjoy this a lot. Then Mayur comes and cuts her. After that, we see that Qasim has also arrived here. Grammy, by the way, you've lost. And yes, girls, you should stop right there. Look what I've done to your friend. The girls tell Qasim to let him go. But he says, if you want me to let him go, you'll have to listen to me. Now Tai Chi is also thinking, I had a power with which I could defeat an entire nation. And I also promised Rin that I'll protect her every time. But now I'm in a dying condition. Then we see Tai Chi in another place, where the same voice is telling him, do you need power? Tai Chi answers, yes, I'll give you this power, but it'll be very painful for you, just like death. But Tai Chi still asks for this power, and that wind spirit gives him her power. Now as soon as Tai Chi stands up, that red elemental attacks him again. But this time nothing happens to Tai Chi, and he tells Qasim, you said you'll do something bad to Rin and Mayure, so get ready to die now. Then Tai Chi uses his wind power, which blows away that red elemental from here. Tai Chi is screaming a lot. I won't spare you. But after using so much power, he was very tired. Then Tai Chi hears that voice again. I told you it would be very painful. But Tai Chi screams and says, I won't spare you. But he attacks Qasim with wind style, which blows off one of Qasim's arms. Then in the next scene, we see Qasim, who was saying, he turned out to be more powerful than I thought. And here Rin is healing Tai Chi. Now Tai Chi's eyes open in Lamia's house. Lamia has also arrived here. After that, he eats a lot there. Lamia says, today you ate food for 5 people. Tai Chi is very shocked hearing this. How can I eat so much food? Lamia now starts telling him, in the previous fight you used all your power. If any mage uses their full power, they generally remain unconscious for 1 or 2 days. But you were unconscious for a whole week. Tai Chi is very shocked hearing this. And she further tells him when you were unconscious. Mayur and Rin took you to the doctor. But you didn't regain consciousness for 1 or 2 days, after which they brought you here and now you're waking up after a whole week. Tai Chi thanks her for taking such good care of him. But Lamia asks him about that attack in the northern forest. But Tai Chi tells her everything. Hearing this, Lamia says, so those people used Crimson Pact. Tai Chi asks, what is this thing after all? She explains, Crimson Pact is a magic in which blood is used, and that blood can be of any strong man. And this magic is considered a forbidden magic, and those people use an orb in this magic which increases their power a lot. Tai Chi says, yes, the same happened in front of me. He was very strong. I was almost going to be killed. But a wind spirit helped me, and her name was Ariel. Lamia is very shocked hearing this. Are you sure? Really, that wind spirit helped you? I can't believe you can talk to me. And she says, as I told you, you're a unique magician and you use sorcery. So listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. Then we see a guy who was saying so he easily defeated the red elemental with his wind power. By the way, you had to pay a big price for this, but I have another job for you. And he goes to Grammy and performs some magic. I want you to still work for Qasim, and I've made some modifications. And when Grammy looks at her hand, there's a spider mark on it. And Qasim, remember your first step, the step that will take us to our goal. Then 2 small girls arrive there who are saying, hurry up, the carnival is about to start. That guy says, the carnival is about to start, so why not send an invitation to those people? Now Lamia is telling Tai Chi, you're a summoner, and you can use your power according to the bond you've made with the spirit. Summoners can hear spirits and see them. Spirits are high entities that are above even dragons. No ordinary human can see them like that. But if you've heard their voice, it's clear that you're a summoner. And you can use your according spirit, and their power is very high, and there's no limit in them. Now Tai Chi has come to his hotel. He asks the girl here, where are Mayur and Rin? She says, I haven't seen them since morning. I don't know where they are. Tai Chi has now come outside to find them. Now Taichi notices that some boys are teasing a girl. Taichi tells them to stop. This girl says, "You're late in coming," and she goes and holds Taichi. He doesn't understand what's happening after all. Now these guys attack Taichi, but Taichi defeats all of them. Now this girl thanks Taichi for saving her life. Taichi says, "I didn't help you in this. You helped yourself. I noticed you didn't use any force to free your hand from them. You easily freed your hand from them." The girl says, "I knew you'd notice this. And by the way, we've met before. You knocked me out with one punch." And this is the same girl who met Taichi that night. And her name is Anastasia. After that, she and Taichi together start eliminating all the assassins in the city. She says, if an assassin fails in his mission, he has no option. He has to follow the guild's orders. But by the way, I'm a former assassin. Now these people have reached the place where these assassins' boss is. And 2 people are guarding here. But they knock them out too. Now they've come inside. Taichi says, "We have to collect that evidence here." Taichi finds the same letter that guy was going to send. Then we see Rin and Mayure. Rin is thinking, I don't know how Taichi is. Has he regained consciousness? Mayure says, "I'm sure he's fine. Right now, we should focus on our mission." Then a mage attacks these people. These people were trying to stop him. Meanwhile, Rin was about to attack him again. But then suddenly someone attacks her too. But Rin and Mayure avoid it. And there were 3 mages attacking them. And along with them, Grammy has also arrived here. And as soon as she comes, she attacks them. And she has made Mayure unconscious. My boss has ordered me to take Mayure to him. And she starts taking her from here. And all the mages there start attacking Rin. Then we see Taichi, who is in a tunnel with that girl. This girl says this tunnel has been made using earth magic. Taichi tells, "It was written in that letter that there are many goblins inside this tunnel." Anna says, "If all these goblins come to the city, there can be a lot of destruction." After that, both of them reach a gate. Taichi tries to open it. Anna stops him and opens this gate herself and says, "This could have been a trap." After that, these people have now gone inside. Meanwhile, we see Rin, who has defeated all the mages here. And after killing them, there's a big explosion here. Grammy has also reached her and she says, "I've kept that elf in the building in front." Rin says, "But why are you telling me this?" On which she says, "If anyone dies in my business, it doesn't matter to me. But Mayure and you both are my prey, so I'll kill you myself." Now Rin goes to save her. Meanwhile, we see Mayure, whose condition has become very bad. A mage tries to stop Rin, but Rin attacks him. And then Rin has defeated all the mages there like this, and she goes and saves Mayure. But then suddenly they hear a voice, and there was that guy with Kasim. Now these girls are ready to fight him. But this guy says, "I haven't come here to battle you, but I have to tell you something. Some army of monsters is going to attack the city soon, and there will be about 3,000 monsters in this army." And hearing this, both girls are very shocked. Then we see Kasim and his companion in the market. Kasim tells his companion, "Won't this be too much? We're going to attack the city from both sides." But that guy tells Kasim, "Forget all this. Tell me how many of our people are ready." Kasim says 500 people are underground and 200 people are ready above. And he also asks that guy, "Do you think so many guys will be enough to defeat him?" On which this guy's answer is, "According to my calculation, I feel like we'll definitely win, and by tomorrow morning, those monsters will also attack the northern forest." Then now we see a golem that attacks Anna, but at the right time, Taichi saves her. "As long as I'm with you, I won't let anything happen to you." And he attacks this golem with his power, and kills it here with one last attack. But Taichi was surprised seeing this, that all golems have a core. But this golem didn't have a core. Now Anna points toward a gate. As Taichi looks at that gate, he hears a voice from inside. "Taichi, you're very strong, and there are 2 small girls inside and many eggs." Taichi doesn't understand what's going on here after all. Anna says these are goblins. After that, those girls introduce themselves. "Our name is Mello, and Mello, welcome to our room." Now here the guildmaster has found out that there's going to be a big attack on the city. Rin and Mayure say, "We don't have any time to think right now. There can be another attack here any time." And the guildmaster asks them, "Do the people attacking the city have any demands?" But these girls clearly deny here. They don't have any demands. Looking at them, it seems they want to destroy the city. The guildmaster tells Mary, Call all the adventurers we have here quickly. Now the guildmaster is saying, I don't know who's behind this attack, but it seems whoever is getting this done is very powerful. Mayor says, I feel like the same hand is behind the goods theft that's happening right now. The guildmaster says, I wish Taichi was here. Mayor says, there are many other guilds inside the city. We can solve all this with their help. Then a voice comes there, can I join this too? But this is Lemia, and she says I've detected abnormal power inside the north. That's why I've come here. By the way, I can't make up for Taichi's absence. But yes, in his place I can help you. Here Taichi tells those girls, you two are kids and what are you doing here? And she screams and says, we're not kids. We're Mello and Milo. Taichi asks them, did you do all this? On which these girls answer yes, and she says, we made that golem too. Anna says these girls use earth magic. Taichi asks them, what are you planning to do after all? Those girls say, we'll wake up all the goblins and after that they'll eat everyone. Taichi asks them, do you think they'll spare you? On which those girls' answer is no. We have this magic circle with which we'll control the goblins. And then suddenly they wake up all those goblins and all these goblins are red in color. Now seeing this, both of them start getting very scared. Taichi says, I feel like forbidden magic has been used on these goblins. That's why these goblins look like this. Right, don't worry. I'll save you from here. After that, Taichi starts killing all the goblins one by one. These girls say you're very strong, but being so strong is not enough. After that, they use their power and start waking up many more goblins. Taichi is still killing these goblins, but he notices that there are still many goblins here. Now, the magic circle these girls had also falls and breaks. After that, these goblins start attacking them too. After that, Taichi goes and saves those girls. I told you earlier that these goblins can attack you too. So now tell me how many more goblins are there. These girls start telling him. This underground tunnel is spread throughout the city, and there are many goblins here. Hearing this, Taichi is very shocked. But then his eyes go to Anna on whom goblins are attacking. He runs and goes and kills those goblins too. Anna, you don't need to worry. I'm right here. Now all the adventurers in the city have come to the guild. But the next morning all monsters attack the town. Now here Rin and all other adventurers are standing completely ready. Rin uses her magic and a very big pit forms in front. All the monsters that were running from the front now start falling into this pit. Mayor says you did this very well. After that, all the adventurers there attack the monsters and their battle is going on very dangerously. Meanwhile, Meyer and Lemia together start attacking the monsters and together they defeat all of them. Then suddenly the guildmaster gets this news. Some monsters on whom Crimson Pact has been used. Now they're coming to the battlefield. The guildmaster also doesn't understand which monster they're going to fight. Then suddenly Taichi also arrives there. Sorry for being late. Then we see in the battlefield. 3 big monsters have arrived here, and with them there are many more monsters. Now after these monsters arrive, they attack the girls. Lemia counterattacks them with her power, and Mayur and Rin have also fought many monsters, and their condition has become very bad now. But there are still 3 big Crimson Pact monsters left here, and these girls get ready to fight again, and Lemia uses her Fern of Flames and attacks one monster and defeats that monster. Now Rin uses her railgun. This much power will be enough to kill that monster, and she's already used a lot of her power. But she sees that the monster she attacked is still alive, and that monster is advancing to kill her. Rin is thinking, no matter what happens, we have to defeat it, and I'm sure Taichi will come to save us. And Mayur and Lemia are very shocked seeing Rin, and that monster was about to attack her. Rin is remembering Taichi even in her last time, so that she can thank him for helping her so much. Now Taichi has come and stopped this orc. He tells his companions, sorry. Actually, I was stopping underground goblins, but now get ready to get beaten. He lifts that orc and throws it here. After that, he punches that monster dangerously, which kills this monster right here. Mayur is very shocked seeing this that Taichi has become much more powerful than before. Taichi says, it's much easier to fight those enemies on whom we can do physical attacks. And Mayur also asks him, what was the level of your physical enhancement power? Taichi says I used it at 100. If I didn't do that, maybe I couldn't stand in front of it. Then 2 more monsters are advancing toward them. Meanwhile, we see that guy with Kasim who is watching all this from afar. Really, Taichi's power is much more than an ordinary human. But no problem. Now it's time for the finale, and he also talks about some girl. So he has made this whole plan. Kasim says, is she using us? And that guy says, yes, she's using you, me, and all of us to reach her goal. A guy is telling the guild master here, all the ogres are fighting our adventurers. And the guild master also asks about Taichi, and he answers, Taichi is also fighting them with his full power, and he has to fight 3 monsters alone. Then we see Anna, who is very worried about Taichi. Taichi had told her that she has to take care of all the people here. Then a guy thanks her for saving their lives. Anna remembers that her hands are stained with assassin's blood. But she says, no problem, I'll handle everything. Taichi, I trust you. Then a guy comes and bumps into Anna and whispers some mantra in her ear which hypnotizes Anna, and she starts going to the battlefield. Then we see the battlefield scene, where a very dangerous fight is going on. Then some wolf monsters were about to attack them, but these twin sisters use their earth magic and trap them in a pit. Meanwhile, Taichi is fighting very well with these monsters. He says enhancement level 100 is very draining, and he has killed 1 ogre here. Then suddenly the ground starts shaking, and there's a big explosion here. Mia is saying, seeing this, those people never interfere in the fight between humans and monsters. Rian asks, who are you talking about? On which these twin sisters say, those people who are sleeping in the depths of the earth. Then we see Taichi, who was very shocked because there's a very big dragon in front of him. And this dragon also emits very bright light from its mouth. Now that guy with Kasim is saying, all the necessary pieces were on the board. But now it's time to take Taichi's power. Taichi asks Lamia, have these dragons come out because of our fight? Lamia says, these dragons live underground, but they don't care about the fight going on above. There must be some other big reason because of which these people have come to the surface. Taichi tells Lamia and Mayure, prepare for evacuation. Rin also comes forward and gets ready to support Taichi. And Mayure tells both of them, you two have to come back. Otherwise, I won't forgive you. And Taichi tells Rin to stay away from this fight, because if that monster attacks her, he might get injured himself trying to save Rin. Now Taichi calls his wind spirit here, but she doesn't come here. So he uses his physical enhancement and starts fighting that monster. But Taichi's attack has no effect on the dragon, and the dragon attacks Taichi with its tail. After that, he also attacks Rin with his fireball and tells her to stay away from this battle. Now Taichi's condition has become very bad. He says this attack could have been very dangerous, but I don't know why this dragon is pulling itself back, and I still don't understand what it's doing in the fight between humans and monsters. Now Anna has also reached there. Taichi tells her, what are you doing here? A very dangerous fight is going on here. I told you to stay at that place. Anna says, forgive me, I don't remember anything. I suddenly reached here. Taichi tells her to go from here. But that dragon has prepared a very dangerous attack. And as soon as he attacks Taichi, Anna comes in front of that attack. Then in the next scene, we see Anna lying in Taichi's lap because her condition has become very bad from this attack. She tells Taichi, Taichi, you're very kind. Taichi forbids her from talking more because her condition is very bad. Anna says, Taichi, thank you for everything you did for me. And what if I survive? Will you be with me? And then she looks at Rin and says, I think this feeling is one-sided. Taichi, will you be my friend? Meaning she loved Taichi. Taichi says, we're already friends. What are you saying? And after saying this, Anna dies. Now seeing this, Taichi gets very angry. Ariel, give me power. Ariel listens to him. I just needed these strong emotions. Ariel tells Taichi, you're a summoner. Until you call me, I won't come here. Taichi says, then why did you come to save me that day? She says, that was an exception. Your life was in danger in that, so I had to save you. There are 2 ways to perform a pact between a summoner and a spirit. First, order the spirit, or second, desire the spirit's power. I didn't want to take your power. That's why I couldn't protect Anna, because I'm afraid my power is very strong. But now I understand that if I have to live in this world, I'll need your power to protect my people. Now Taichi has got the power of wind attribute, but he goes to that dragon and tells him, what are you doing here between the fight of humans and monsters? The dragon tells him, if you want me to answer your question, show me your power. After that, both start attacking each other. But Taichi's power was so much that this dragon falls far away. Now that dragon starts telling, someone told me to get involved in this fight, and this is a final warning for you. Those people are coming to guide you, and the person to whom I've given my power, I completely agree with his thoughts. If you want to save your people, you'll have to become strong. Saying this dragon leaves from here. Then we see Qasim and that guy who were talking to a woman who says here. So today's test was successful, and this guy says yes. He has made his contract with the wind spirit. And that woman says, so what's the delay? Let's start the next preparation. By the way, after one town comes a kingdom,